Plot these coordinates on the Cartesian plane. Take upper limit on the x-axis and cumulative frequency along the y-axis. Now here, while taking upper limit on the y-axis, on the x-axis, we have to give the Kring mark here, because here the difference between the 2 points is 20, and here 0 to 120, that means here the difference is 120. So we want the difference equal here. So for showing this difference, we have to give the Kring mark here. Now first point is 120, 12. So 120, 12. This is the first point. Then 140, 26. 140 here 26 is the second point. Then 160, 34. 160, 34 here. After 34 lines, you have to plot the point here. Then 180, 40. So 180, 40. And last point is 250 here. After joining these points with the freehand smooth curve, by the freehand smooth curve, you will get this ogive. Now, you have to join these points by a freehand smooth curve. Don't use the scale for joining the points here. If you will scale, if you will use the scale and join these points by a straight line, you will get here cumulative frequency polygon, not a cumulative frequency curve. So you have to join these points by a freehand smooth curve. Now for this graph, you have to take the scale like this. On x-axis, 1 centimeter is equal to 20 rupees 20, and on y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 5 worker. Here 0 to 10. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 workers here. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 workers. 0 to 10, 10. Then this difference is 10. So this difference is everywhere same. So 1 centimeter is equal to 10 workers here. And here 1 centimeter is equal to rupees 20. Now I am going to explain question number 3. Question number 2 I will explain after this question. Question number 3 is, the following table gives production yield per hectare of wheat of 100 farms of a village. Now production yield in the form of class intervals given here, and the number of farms, that is the corresponding frequencies, are given here. Change the distribution to a more than type distribution and draw its ogive. Change the distribution to a more than type distribution. So in the frequency distribution table, we have to find the cumulative frequency of the more than type. Now these are the class intervals, these are the frequencies, corresponding frequencies. Now find the cumulative frequency for the more than type. For that, we have to write the last frequency as it is, because for more than type we are going to add the frequencies from the last class interval to the first class interval. So keep the frequency of the last class as it is. Then in this frequency add the frequency of the second last class interval. So here 16 plus 38 is 54. Then this 54 plus 24 is 78. This 78 plus 12 is 90. 90 plus 8 is 98. 98 plus 2 is 100. So these are the cumulative frequencies for the more than type frequency distribution. Now get the coordinates for the points. For coordinates of the points for more than type frequency distribution, we are considering always the lower limits of the class intervals, because for this type of frequency distribution we are always writing the class intervals as more than or equal to 50, more than or equal to 55, more than or equal to 60, like this. So we are considering the lower limit as the x coordinate for the point and the cumulative frequency as a y coordinate. So these are the coordinates for plotting the points. That means here lower limit of the first class is 50 and its corresponding cumulative frequency is 100. So 50, 100 is the first point. Then 55, 90 is the second point. 60, 90 here 55, 98 is the second point, 60, 90 is the coordinate of the third point, and so on. Now let us plot these coordinates on the Cartesian plane. Now these are the points plotted on the Cartesian plane. On x-axis we considered here, we have taken here the production yield, and on the y-axis number of farms, that is our cumulative frequencies. Now first point is 50, 100. So here 50, 100. This is our first point. Then 55, 98, 60, 90, 65, 78. Then this is 70, 54 and 75, 60. So these are the points from these coordinates. Now join these points by a freehand smooth curve. Don't use the scale for joining the points. Now this is the more than type ogive. Now here this is cumulative downward. This is cumulative downward. You can see here. The scale for this ogive is on x-axis 1 cm is equal to 5 kg. That means the production yield 5 kg per hectare. Now here we have showed the Planck mark because for showing the difference between the class intervals. So here the difference is 50, and for the next class intervals the difference is 5. So we have to show the Planck mark here. Now you can see here this ogive is cumulated downward. For the y-axis the scale is 1 cm is equal to 10 farms. So you have to write the scale for each and every graph. Now let us start the question number 2. Question number 2 is, during the medical checkup of 35 students of a class, their weights were recorded as follows. That means the weights in kg are given here, then the number of students are given here. Draw a less than type ogive for the given data. Hence obtain the median weight from the graph and verify the result by using the formula. Now here the weight in kg is given less than 38, less than 40 like this. That means, and here the number of students are given. Here you can observe this number of students. They are in ascending order. They are not randomly. These numbers are not random. So they are in ascending order. So these are the cumulative frequencies. These are the cumulative frequencies, and this frequency, given frequency distribution is cumulative frequency distribution, and therefore here the class intervals are less than 38, less than 40, less than 42 like this. So we have to convert these class intervals into the continuous frequency distribution type. So here first class interval you have to write as it is, that is less than 38. Then next class interval is 32 to 40. You can see that the difference between the upper limit of the successive class intervals is 2. So you have to take the class size or class weight as 2 here. So 38 to 40, 40 to 42, 42 to 44. These are your class intervals in the continuous frequency distribution type. Now find the frequencies here. For finding the frequency, you have to write the first cumulative frequency as it is. Then from the second cumulative frequency, you subtract the first cumulative frequency of the first class interval. So 3 minus 0 is 3. Now for the next class intervals, you have to subtract from the next cumulative frequency of the next class minus the cumulative frequency of the last class interval. So like this, 5 minus 3 is equal to 2, 9 minus 5 is equal to 4, 14 minus 9 is equal to 5, 28 minus 14 is 14, then 32 minus 28 is 4, and 35 minus 32 is equal to 3. These are the frequencies of these class intervals. Like this, we have converted here the cumulative frequency distribution table to the continuous frequency distribution table here. Now we have to find the median from the graph, and we have to verify that median by using the formula. I have used here formula and calculated the median as 46.5. Our formula is median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus Cf upon F into H. Now here we have to find the median class first. How to find the median class? The value of n by 2. Here n is 35. That means the last cumulative frequency is our n. Value of n. That is the total of all frequencies, that is summation Fi. So this n by 2 is 17.5. That is 35 divided by 2 is 17.5. Now check the cumulative frequency just greater than or equal to 17.5. So here the cumulative frequency just greater than 17.5 is 28. So the corresponding class interval 46 to 48 is our median class. And therefore the 14, that is the cumulative frequency of the class interval preceding to the median class is 14. So this is our CF, that is cumulative frequency for the formula. And value of F, that is frequency of the median class, is 14. So this is the value of F. Now H is the class width, which is 2 here. Now put all these values in the formula, and after calculating we got here the median as 46.5. Now let us find this median from the graph. Now see this graph. On the x-axis are taken here weight in kg, that means our class intervals, and along y-axis the number of students, that is our cumulative frequencies here. Now scale for this, you have to take the scale as on x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 2 kg. Now here you have to give the crank mark again to show the difference. Now on y-axis the scale is 1 centimeter is equal to 5 students. Now plot the points from the coordinates, that is the as this is the load than type cumulative frequency distribution, you have to take the upper limits on the x-axis and cumulative frequency along the y-axis. Now after plotting the points, you have to join these points by a freehand smooth curve. Now this is your less than type achieved. From this you have to find the median now. We know that we have to check the value of n by 2 in the cumulative frequency. So on y-axis you take this n by 2, that is 17.5. Here we know that n by 2 is equal to 17.5. Now take this point on the y-axis, because along y-axis cumulative frequencies are there. So here our value is n by 2, which is half the 15 to 20 is 17.2. Now draw a line parallel to the x-axis. Parallel to the x-axis from this point along the, which meets the graph line here. Now draw a line parallel to the x-axis from this point, which meets the graph line here, and from this point where the line meets the graph line, from that point you have to draw a perpendicular line to the x-axis. Now where this line meets the x-axis, this point is your median. So this is your median is equal to 46.5. You can find from the graph paper, you will get it 46.5. So this is our median from the graph. That means how to find the median from the graph, you know now. You understood that this n by 2 you have to find on the y-axis, and from that point you have to draw a line parallel to the x-axis where it meets the graph line. From that point you have to draw a perpendicular line to the x-axis. Where that line meets the x-axis, that point is your median. Here it is 46.5. Now all these three questions you have to complete in your graph book from the exercise 14.4. Today we are going to stop here.